Majamaa, mimi naomba ni bulanda. Kumbe kupiga kelele pale Jacaranda inaweza kupatia mboka. Wewe unasikia kuna mjasi fulani julikana kama nani Gaucho ama Calvin Okoth. Huyu maana amekuwa appointed na Sakaja kwa nini board member wa Mama Lucy Hospital.
Kwani niko nyingine?
Nyamaza mamo.
Mimi nakwambia ni bulanda si nini. Kidogo kidogo utasikia Moshwa nao pia amekuwa appointed kwa board member hata Kenyatta Hospital.
That's where I'm going. Hey. But this specific one, I didn't know.
You didn't know he's a doctor?
I didn't know even you did know.
Hey.
Kumbe Gaucho ni daktari.
You see this goon right here? His name is Goon Gaucho. He has been added to the Nairobi County Hospital Management Board. You think I'm lying? Hold on. This is a gazette notice by the Nairobi County government, and as you can see, it says he's part of the Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital Board. His real Gavi name is right here, Calvin Okoth, and he's a member. He's not the only useless member that has been added to the board. Famous washed-up Kamba musician Kenwa Maria has also been added to that same board. His real Gavi name right here, Kennedy Wambua Ngunze, a member at the board of Mama Margaret Uhuru Hospital. And the sad part is you might think it ends there, but it doesn't end there because there's one really peculiar name, Susan Wanjiru Kamau. This lady was caught with 50 liters of changa, 40 rolls of bang, and 30 tablets of substance suspected to be narcotics at her home in Marurui village. Gaucho has been known to mobilize goons to terrorize and kill Gen Zs during their protests. He is now nominated a board member at the Lucy Kibaki Hospital.
Mimi mjue nilibeba bunduki miaka 9 na nilikuwa natoa bunduki mbele ya watu mchana. Kama nyinyi ni watoto wa Maumau 2027, Ruto anatangazwa na hiyo kura yenu, na sisi Waluya, Wajaluo na Wakenya tutangoja nyinyi hapa Thika Road mfuke hiyo kama nyinyi ni Maumau. Sisi wazungu ambao mlitoa, sisi mnatoa nyinyi hapa Kenya. Ama namna gani? Na mimi nataka kuambia watu wetu. Nataka niambie na ndugu yangu Joaquin presidency huwezi pata through Central au huwezi. Watu wa Central wanakaa kama nyani. Ukienda Boreta Mpale na ndizi unapata nyani wamekaa pale. Chukua hiyo ndizi tupia nyani, alafu ende chukua hiyo ndizi yako. Utapata na kugwara na ndizi ni ya.
Lucy Kibaki must really be turning in her grave. Now in this video right here, Hanifa says that this was the day he, Gaucho, told goons to go after her, and the goons actually came after Hanifa. So now I gotta ask a question. When you vote for people based on madimples or sympathy votes like the way we voted for William Ruto, what do you expect to come out of it? Hence why this man is saying that you score an A, do medicine for 7 years, only to work under Gaucho, a class 2 dropout.
Okay, kitu ya kwanza, mi pia sikukuwa na habari ya kwamba nimepata kazi kama kukuwa board member ya Mama Lucy, but ni kitu ya kwanza nitashukuru Johnson Sakaja. Nitashukuru first ni shukrani zangu zinaenda kwa the late Raila Odinga. Kwa sababu Raila Odinga aliniambia 3 years ago ya kwamba alikuwa anajaribu ili Ruto, President William Ruto, through arrangement ya broad base nipate kitu ya kufanya, either through Sakaja ama President William Ruto ani appoint. But imefanyika kama baba Raila Odinga amefariki ya kwamba nimepata hii appointment. But hii appointment wakati ilifanyika, mimi niliona kwa social media, lakini sikuwa nataka kucomment. Hata ukiangalia sasa hii ndio nimepost kitu leo. Unajua sasa hii watu hawana kazi na watu wako na stress, so huwezi jua nini watu wanaongea. So nilikuwa nimechukua time mpaka zile mama yangu mama Aida Odinga alinitumia congratulation PS wa Lance Coril na PS also Raymond Omolo na Sakaja mwenyewe. So hapo ndo nilijua kweli kwetu ni ukweli. So mimi naweza sema ya kwamba nimechukua hiyo kazi na nitaifanya, na vile imekuwa iko hivyo vile imesemekana ya kwamba nimepewa kazi Mama Lucy. Yeah.
Kwa hivyo ni ukweli Gaucho ni daktari.
Ni ukweli. Unajua iko kitu moja watu wamesahau ya kwamba kukuwa board member si lazima ukuwe daktari. Kwa sababu hii kitu ni kitu ya ina deal na maisha ya watu wa.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying? Yaani Gavana Sakaja, umekaa chini uko na upatie Gun mboka. Umekaa chini uko na ufanye Gaucho akuwe member of the board at Mama Lucy Hospital. This is a big insult to the health sector. Itasumbua sana jo.
Yeah, Sakaja. Mama Lucy, board of directors wa Mama Lucy, Gaucho, in the midst of this unemployment crisis in the country. Wamechagua Gaucho kama board member just for being a goon. Sijui analipuaga kisimai wa nani ya mjane. Gaucho 4+ millions of young people, graduates in this country. Gaucho mwenye ana hadi certificate ya class 8. In that board watakuwa wanaenda to discuss na clinicians, doctors, what do you call them? Pharmacists, people who are learned. Gaucho will be there. Gaucho tu kwa kutokea kwa street kushika guns na nini, kuorganize guns na nini, amepatiwa board member wa Mama Lucy of all the hospitals for being a goon. Guy, tell me why wale watu ambao wamesoma kwa hii nchi, vijana wengi wamesoma. Yaani Sakaja amekaa hivi akaletewa jina ya Gaucho aka-approve board member Mama Lucy. The issues to do health in this nation ndio maana zina collapse in this country. Hata ushinde ukiapply kazi, hata uapply wapi, without connection, without someone who is holding your hand, haki ya Mungu na bahati tu ni Mungu akupigania tu. That is how we are joking with the leadership and very critical issues that are affecting the common mwananchi by putting such imbeciles in such positions. For heaven's sake, tell me how Gaucho qualifies to be in a board member ya Mama Lucy. Tell me how. Niambie aje how. Anyway, Kenyans. Kenyans. Chukueni kadi. We must sweep. We must drain the swamp. Kwanza hiyo Nairobi tufagie kabisa. Nairobi is the capital city of Kenya. Not actually Kenya, of Africa. We are supposed to have sober leaders, insane leaders, transformative leaders with high IQ, leaders that the land between the years is very fertile. Not the Sakaja type, not the Mama Dimples type. People who can even, sometimes I wonder, like are they serious? Hata saizi tukiendelea na hii maneno inaendelea kwa nchi, are they serious? Are they really serious? Anyway, chukue kadi. Gaucho ndio board member, ni board member wa Mama Lucy.
Okay, so to put it into perspective, now that Sakaja amechagua Gaucho kama board member wa Mama Lucy, it's expected that Gaucho atakuwa anakaa chini, ana discuss clinicians, ana discuss stories to do with pharmaceuticals, ana discuss doctors, ana discuss nurses, ana discuss the structure of the hospital, ana discuss services, ana discuss everything in the healthcare space enye iko na anything to do with the hospital. All of this is despite the fact that there are 1,000 nurses, there are 1,000 clinicians, there are 1,000 doctors who deserve to be sitting on that board. So just some random guy mwenye anajua kushika rungu na kukampenia UDA now has a board seat in a very, very crucial hospital. That is the government for you. Kitaka kujua picture hii inchi, mali direction tunachukua ndio hiyo. Hata mimi sasa wanichukue wanikaishe kwa board ya military sasa. Hata mimi naweza nikapeana strategies za military sahi. At this point, hata mimi niko kwa board ya military. Waeke mrasta huko.
Calvin's Okoth, better known to everybody as Gaucho, was appointed as a board member to the Nairobi City County Hospital Management Board, alongside other 5 board members by Nairobi County Governor Johnson Sakaja. So Gaucho is a board member to Nairobi City County Hospital Management Board. Okay, good for you. Congratulations. I hope you're going to be of really good value to the hospital management board. Upatie sauti ya ground to this particular board. Good for you.
I was watching the Nakuru rally, and you see, from the Nakuru rally, we've really learned a lot. And what I've come to realize, Sifuna as an individual did not have the mass. Sifuna as an individual was a student of Raila Amolo Odinga. And there were people who worked with Raila Amolo Odinga. We had Sifuna, we had Gladys Wanga, we had Babu Owino, we had Junet Mohammed, we had kina Millie Odhiambo, kina John Mbadi. There are people who surrounded Raila Amolo Odinga. And then there was this mistake that many people made. Many people expected that Raila Amolo Odinga was going to leave someone to inherit his place. Raila Amolo Odinga was to nurture someone to take over him. No. In politics, you do not nurture your successor. Raila Amolo Odinga did not nurture any successor. But Raila Amolo Odinga made people. The only thing that now Sifuna has won, or has made Sifuna come out, because if you see what was happening in Nakuru, people were receiving Linda ground, but now the denominator is Sifuna. Sisi ni Sifuna. Sifuna, Sifuna, Sifuna. Why do you think Sifuna is coming up? It is not because Sifuna is being given money by Uhuru Kenyatta to take the people, the way Linda ground are putting it. No. If it was money, then the government has money. If it was money, then Linda ground will be having everybody, because William Samoei Ruto has money. It is not about the money. It is not about the power, because if you are speaking of the power, then the president is in power. William has all the power. Linda ground had all the power. It is not about the power again. What is happening is all about the true calls and trust. You can buy anything in this world. Money can buy anything, but money do not buy loyalty. It can buy allegiance, but it cannot buy loyalty. That is the biggest mistake that the Linda Ground Brigade did not see coming. People do not see Edwin Sifuna as the Secretary General of ODM. People do not see Edwin Sifuna as that young youth who was working with Raila. People see Edwin Sifuna, they see Raila Amolo Odinga legacy. People who see Edwin Sifuna see what Raila Amolo Odinga stood for. People who see Edwin Sifuna wanaona maono ya Raila. Something that my community has been mistaking. There is this thing we have that we believe that the only person that will have inherited Raila was to be a Luo. No. That is not leadership. We had Kina Shikuku, Muskari Komba and the rest, but Raila came up. So that is not leadership. We were expecting that Raila was to nurture one of the Luos. And that is why when you hear most of the Linda Ground Brigade rallies, wameishi kusema, hatuendi maandamano, we are not going back to the maandamano, we are tired of the street. So, the Linda Ground brought itself, walirudisha Raila wakamweka Raila kitu kidogo to relate him with maandamano. But Edwin Sifuna took the Raila the way Raila was known to the country and continued the legacy of Raila. So this thing limefanya Edwin Sifuna now, people are running after Sifuna, not because Sifuna is buying them, not because Sifuna is giving them money, but because Sifuna is speaking the language of Raila. Because Sifuna has just maintained Raila as the biggest person he was. When Junet Mohammed stands up and says tumechoka na maandamano, haturudi kwa maandamano. When Gladys Wanga stands up and say watu wetu wamechoka kutumiwa na maandamano. In short, what they were trying to put is Raila was always taking people to maandamano. The main achievement that Raila Amolo Odinga achieved was maandamano. What Raila did for the people of Kenya was maandamano. But Sifuna stands with something and says mimi ni mwanafunzi wa baba. Baba alitufunza. Baba hakutuambia tukue wahoga. So you see, there are two sanctions, one party, two sanctions. One of the sanction is saying that Raila was the king of Maandamano. One of the sanction is saying that Raila only knew Maandamano. So they're supporting the president because they don't want to go to Maandamano. That is the Linda ground. But the Linda Mwananchi sect is saying, this great man taught us to say the truth. This great man told us to fight for lives za Wakenya. This great man showed us that the only way out is saying the truth. This brave man once told us that we must uphold the constitution. So you see where the difference is coming. We have the people who are saying, we cannot go to the street. Sisi tumechoka na maandamano. Watoto wetu wameuawa kwa kutumiwa. And the same person, the party leader was one, Raila Amolo Odinga. So the Linda ground are trying to diminish to a nation that Junet Mohammed said, ODM sio NGO. ODM sio chama ya kupigania wa Kenya. But again you find Sifuna, James Orengo, Babu Owino, Osotsi and the other like saying, ODM tutapigania ukweli. Baba alituambia tuongele police brutality. Baba alituambia watu wa freedom zikue. You see? So ODM was divided by two people. And the people who have made Sifuna are the Linda ground leaders. Vis-a-vis the leadership of ODM. Starting with the two deputies, Simbarati Abdusamad, going to Oburu Odinga, and the party chairman Gladys Wanga. So when we speak about saying that Edwin Sifuna, it is not that Uhuru Kenyatta is buying these people. In fact, Uhuru Kenyatta is not involved. The Raila people, you see, when Linda Mwananchi goes to Nakuru, they are pulling the crowd. The youths who came out, remember that during the Gen Z revolution, they told Raila, Kachini, let us do this. Because the youths knew that Raila was fighting for them. And now we have this sect that is trying to tell these youths that Raila was known for Maandamano. You are telling the same youths that told Raila, do not do this, let us confront it. And then there's this guy who is telling these youths, Raila taught us this, Raila told us this, Raila would have done it this way. The youths will follow that sect. And that is why you are seeing Edwin Sifuna commands a bigger sect of the youths. Babu Owino also, most of the Luos want to put it like Babu Owino and James Orengo are supporting the Kikuyus because they are married to Kikuyus. No. James Orengo and Babu Owino, they decided to put their personal interests aside. These are people who have suffered with Raila. Babu Owino was arrested during the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta. Ikianza, anatoka kotini na rudisho. So these are the people, when Wakenya wanajua, these people had already set their personal interests aside. But now, the Linda Ground Brigade is made up of people when you take a self-interest mbele. They want money, they want position, they want power. You see, that is self-interest. But you have these people who do not know where if they'll get power or not. They don't know whether they'll get that money or not. What they want is the right thing for the country. You cannot compare the two. So these are tumbocrats. Linda Ground wanatilinda tumbo yao. And they have failed. They cannot tell Kenyans anything. Now the kitu yamefika nayo ni kuambia watu, don't allow them in Kisumu. In Kisumu we don't want to go to the streets. In Kisumu we don't want maandamano. So they are trying to tell Kenyans that anything that Raila Amolo Odinga achieved when he was alive was maandamano. That is exactly what Linda Ground is telling Kenyans, that whatever Raila Amolo Odinga achieved in this country was maandamano. Watoto wetu waliuawa, Kisumu ni kwetu, hatutaki maandamano, hatuendi kwa street. That is not the language that Edwin Sifuna is singing. So, Edwin Sifuna does not even need money to buy people. Edwin Sifuna needs Linda Ground to continue insulting them. Edwin Sifuna needs Linda Ground to continue playing the tribal cards. Edwin Sifuna needs the Linda Ground to continue playing the self-interest cards of zoning. And they are making the other part. So, if Uhuru Kenyatta is a businessman, then even if I was Uhuru Kenyatta and I have that cash, I will bet my cash on Edwin Sifuna's side. Because this country is run by the younger generation. And let me tell you the truth. At the moment, William Ruto needs Edwin Sifuna more than he needs Oburu Odinga and these people. William Ruto's dream at the moment as I speak to you, his headache is Edwin Sifuna. And if he can get Edwin Sifuna, he knows that his problem will be solved. But these other people who tend to threaten him, thinking that by threatening him, they are going to put him anywhere. No. He is done with them. How walikuwa wanalinda ground? William akikuja kwa wananchi. So William ashachukua wananchi. Sifuna akapiga hesabu akasema silindi ground, nitalinda wananchi. Now is when Oburu Odinga will understand that mwananchi is so much important than the ground. Raila Odinga alilinda mwananchi.